Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Ned's Healing Sanctuary. I hope that this message finds you in good health and peace of mind. So, today I thought we would talk about something that's really important to me, which is how to incorporate the main concepts that we've learned about spirituality into our daily lives. I'm sure you've seen a lot of other concepts, videos, and other media that tend to explain things in a very complicated way. And that's not really who I am, right? I'm a simple guy. I like to keep things pretty simple. So, I mean, we could talk about things like quantum physics and timeline jumping and, quantum leaping. Those things really don't have any bearing on our lives, on my life anyway. I don't think about those things. So I thought it would be helpful to take the main concepts that we've talked about and uh, come up with a way to apply them in our daily lives, right? And I mean, we've talked about application in some of the previous videos that we've done, such as the one on relationships, where we did a role play about somebody insulting you or acting negatively towards you and how to handle that through non-aggressive confrontation. And we did a couple of other scenarios with meditation, where we did a walkthrough of a guided healing meditation. So we've done some things, but not a tremendous amount on how to apply the main concepts in our daily lives. So I thought that it would be helpful to do that. So I created a 3-part mini series, if you will. Each is a separate video on incorporating love into your daily life, positivity, and then also forgiveness. And to me, these are the tripod, the foundation of spiritual growth, right? And it's helpful to have a lot of concepts and to know things, but if you can't really apply them in your daily life, I mean, what good are they, right? Yeah, I knew you'd see it my way. So that's what I'm about. I'm about application. And so this is the first in the series. I'll publish them separately. They're not long. You can watch them and digest them, hopefully easily and quickly. So the first one is about love and how to incorporate love into your daily life. So let's get started. So in the morning, let's do a self-love and self-care routine. This is when you're getting ready for work or starting your day. So let's say that you're showering or dressing. Do it with self-love in mind. Pretend like you're at a spa where they're giving you a facial or a massage or, something like that. Seeing it as a way of nurturing your body and your soul, right? So think about your morning routine in that way, like you're pampering yourself, right? So that way it will help you be mindful while you're caring for yourself. And there's another thing you can do is mirror work. So stand in the mirror in the morning, maybe after you're done getting dressed, and look at your own eyes in the mirror and then say, I love you. I accept you completely. You may say something like, um, I will not hurt myself, right? Or harm myself. This is relating to the guilt that we feel where it brings up illness, right? So it's all about loving yourself and being kind to yourself, right? Anything that rings true for you, feel free to say it to yourself, right? That will help you with self-acceptance and self-loving. All right. And then let's do some body gratitude in the morning, right? I mean, the days are tough, right? That's why you feel so tired at the end of the day. You're exhausted many times. And so your body goes through a lot during the day. And so thank your body for being healthy and giving you the ability to carry on throughout your day. Many of us have stressful jobs, like physically demanding jobs too, sometimes out in the elements. That's when you really need to be thankful for your body and allow that it allows you to carry through with the work that you do. All right. So these are just some tips for morning self-love. Now, throughout your day, what can you do? Let's go into the day with an unconditional positive regard. So what does this mean? So every person that you encounter, every living thing like a animal included, plant included, Mother Earth. All of them have the universal life force energy flowing through them. This is created by God. This is what animates us. This is what gives us life. This energy is, priceless. It's precious. Nobody can recreate it. So we need to be able to see that divinity and pricelessness in every living thing, right? We've talked about how we're all interconnected. Everybody and everything is on their own path, right? Even down to the ant that's walking on the sidewalk, right? Your tomato plant in your backyard has a job to do, right? Your pet, dog or cat, snake, whatever, they're on their own life journey. So whenever you have an interaction, not just with people, with any living thing, including Earth, see the inherent divinity and worth in them. Okay? Even the people that are challenging to you, because everything happens for a reason. And those challenging people are in your life for a reason, right? They may be there because of karmic reasons. You may have karma with them, and you may have acted towards them in a way that brings them back into your life this way. Or they may be there too because of a soul contract you made with them to help round you out as a person, maybe to teach you more about patience, right? Something like that. Or maybe to be able to shift your perspective, see things from somebody else's point of view instead of always from your own, right? There's always a reason for somebody being in your life. So see that they're there for a reason to help you, okay? When you're interacting with someone, know that they are priceless and they are there to help you, okay? Take that mindset, positive mindset, and mentally send them positive energy or a silent blessing. Even to the people that are challenging you or challenging to you. Okay? In this way, you'll learn from every opportunity and you'll be more likely to respond in the way that you want in your interaction. Remember, we had said in a previous episode, every interaction is a chance to remove karma. This is where the rubber meets the road right here. Interactions. Okay? Also, make sure you actively listen when you're conversing with people. This is a sign of respect, which just boils down to love, right? So when you're conversing, truly listen without judging. And don't be thinking about what you're going to say, how you're going to respond while they're talking, because that just distracts you. Focus on what they're saying. And if you need to ask a follow-up question to clarify, do it. Okay, that just shows that you're listening. Doing this is a way, it shows respect to another person, right? And then show gratitude for relationships, right? Take moments to genuinely appreciate the people in your life, even the people that you briefly interact with in your day. Let's say the mail carrier or maybe a server at your restaurant. I know they're doing their job and they get paid for it, but they, you know, usually they're kind and they are working out of their heart. They're trying to do their best, and they don't have to do that, right? They could just take it as a job. So just appreciate people in your life, even if they're fleeting. Okay, continuing with daily interactions, random acts of kindness. Try to look for and do random acts of kindness because these will be paid forward to other people. So you're starting a ripple effect here, right? Of sending love out to the universe through this random act of kindness, which could be like holding a door open for someone who may be carrying something or just out of kindness that you don't want it to slam in their face. Offering them a genuine compliment about their hair, about their clothes, maybe, or their shoes, whatever. Um, and then if somebody's at the grocery store, they only have one item, you have a cart full, or let them go ahead of you. What's it going to cost you? 2 minutes? Or if somebody looks really frazzled and rushed, put them ahead of you. Let them get on with whatever they need to do. And then be compassionate in your responses. So even when you're facing someone who's angry or someone who's sad, try to show compassion, knowing that anger may be coming from fear or pain that they're feeling, right? It's not just you per se that caused it. It just, they're reflecting what they're feeling inside. So look at it that way so that you'll respond the right way and not retaliate, right? Especially if somebody's angry with you. Remember, we talked about anger as a chance to remove karma, okay? A stone from your karma jar. And this is it right here. If you're in front of somebody and they're angry with you, it could be karmic. So you don't have all the information, right? The root of this goes back a long time before your memory of this in this life. So to be safe, don't react in a way that's going to harm you. Okay, remain calm, let them say their piece, and then understand they may be coming from their own pain and fear and respond in a compassionate way. Okay, maybe start with the words, I understand, right? That shows you're listening and you're diffusing the situation. And now, before sleep reflections, to incorporate love, send love mentally and healing energy to loved ones or to anybody that you know is struggling, and even to the planet itself. I mean, it has to endure a lot. I mean, it's not easy to have, I don't know, X billion people living on it, and it wears it out, right? So this is basically prayer, right? Mental messages are prayers, and we've said it in the past. Does prayer work? Absolutely, especially if you have a positive mindset, right? If you're sending positivity to the universe, absolutely, that's going to work. And the higher your vibrational frequency is, the more profound the impact. It's exponentially higher. The higher your vibrational frequency is, if you send good thoughts out with a really high vibrational frequency, then that can be felt by a lot of people. And the intuitive people will even know that it's coming from a single person, believe it or not, in the universe. That's how powerful this energy is. And so review acts of acts of love. So at the end of the day, reflect on how you showed up with love today. Even citing specific examples, you know, towards yourself or someone else. And give yourself a pat on the back, right? How many other people do you think are doing that? Not many. So acknowledge your efforts, and this will reinforce the behavior for the next day. Get into the habit of, loving yourself, the planet, other people. Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. That was from one of Plato's books, a quote. And I agree with that. All right, incorporating love summary. So love is the fundamental creative force in the universe, right? All of the positive thoughts and emotions are based in love, and that includes kindness, patience, forgiveness, helpfulness, compassion, empathy, etc. Everything is based on love. Love is the essence of oneness. So we see everything as interconnected in the universe because we see love in it. And love is the highest vibration, right? No other thought or emotion is of higher vibration than love. So if you want to raise your vibration, come from a place of love. That's why we say that in the review of the Path to Enlightenment. And love encompasses self-love, unconditional love for others, and universal love of everything on the planet, the interconnectedness that we talked about. Okay? So how do you incorporate spirituality into your day? Well, it's more consistency over intensity. So doing the small daily actions like we talked about here are more impactful than a grand gesture you do once every 2 weeks or once every month. Okay? So it's the little things in repetition. Conscious awareness. So keep love, positivity, forgiveness at the top of your mind throughout your day. Okay? Rather than just mechanically performing the tasks. It's called mindfulness, right? Being present. Do it with conviction. Patience and self-compassion. So when you slip up, you forget to do something, you don't act the way you want in a particular situation in the day, don't worry. Practice forgiveness. Learn from it. You'll get another chance, probably that same day. Okay? Intuition. If any of these practices resonate more with you than others, then do those more. It's okay. Choose whatever resonates with you. And don't forget to be non-judgmental. Um, so avoid judging yourself and others for their struggles, because everybody is on a different path, and everybody's going at their own pace as well. And just remember that you don't have all the information when you're in the midst of an interaction. So reacting harshly, overreacting, or retaliating may not be in your best interest. Okay? Keep that in mind. So here's our review that we normally do at the beginning. I'm doing it at the end today. So live your life in alignment with God or your higher self. This means being positive in your thoughts, actions, and emotions, being kind and forgive yourself and others. Be authentic. So act out of love with pure intentions, as we've described in this video. And live in alignment with your higher self allows you to manifest your own reality. So the higher your vibrational frequency is, the more you can bring your dreams to reality. Okay? The more that will work. Living in alignment with God or higher self or higher power reduces guilt and stress. And this will in turn make you healthier and happier and make your life easier. So this path, living in alignment, will eventually end the karmic cycle for you. And we've talked about that allegory of the karma jar with stones in it. This will allow you to keep emptying stones without adding many more. Eventually, the karma jar will be empty, in which case you will have removed all of your karma. What that will do is elevate your vibrational frequency to a very high level, and that will lead you to enlightenment, which includes inner peace, compassion, and universal love. And this will in turn give you new spiritual powers and a firm belief in yourself to go out and positively change the world. Okay? All right. And that brings us to the end of this particular video. Remember, you can find Ned's Healing Sanctuary on all of these platforms, streaming platforms and apps. And so if you're on a long trip, listen to something that'll feed your soul. And if you like this topic, give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment to let me know how I'm doing. Or if you have a question about this topic, feel free to do that. And then also please share this video with anybody that you feel this would help. Okay, I appreciate your support. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. We'll see you again next time. Take care.